What's up, y'all? Welcome to Yap University. I'm your host, Mello.
And I'm Gabriell Janae.
Let's get into it.
So today we are introducing a brand new class into the curriculum, y'all. It is called Interpersonal Relations. So don't worry, we're going to teach you a whole lot in this class over time. But today specifically, we're going to let you know these traits, these red flags to look out for a toxic friendship.
Yes. So, some questions you might want to ask yourself to know if today's lesson plan applies to your life is like, when you really feel it in your gut, do you feel drained after you all hang out? Do you feel like you're holding your tongue when you speak to this person? Are you walking on eggshells? And if the answer is yes, most of the time, then you might want to reevaluate your friendship. So we're going to go back and forth with some things to look out for, red flags. Do you want to go first, or?
I will. I'm pretty passionate about these, so I'm gonna try to so I don't go off, but
I feel it.
So the first red flag is, and I'm gonna say girl because we're girls and most of our friends are girls, but this is not only for the female species. This can be anybody, any type of relationship, but specifically all genders when it comes to friendship. This girl is a walking red flag. And the reason why is because she's always fucking complaining.
Okay.
Being around someone who's constantly complaining, like you said, is very draining. And the thing is with that, and it could be something so simple, complaining about the food you just ate, complaining about the weather, the outfit, how they look, how you look, how something is going that night, where you're going, what you're doing, what the plans are, who you don't like, who this, and that, okay, right? All the time is so draining. And the thing with that is, if they're going to complain to you for hours and hours and days on end, they're complaining about you to somebody else.
Exactly.
They're critiquing everything you do. They're critiquing everything you say. You cannot trust a person like that. I just don't like it.
I agree.
Never
I have
be
one
around
similar
somebody
to
like
that.
Really?
Constant negativity or jealousy.
Yes.
The way someone shows up in your life is the exact same way they show up in other people's lives more time than not. I mean, obviously there's anomalies to that, but yeah, if someone's constantly berating everything around you and finding the negativity in life, they're always going to be that way.
They be attracting that shit. Like, please, may I have some negativity? Like,
and they suck the positive energy out of you.
Yes.
And I've had friends like that. I feel like most of the time I'm high vibes, especially when I have a lot of time to myself.
Right.
And then I get around that one person that, like, they complain, and then I just feed off that energy, and I start to complain, and we're just going back and forth, just like, yeah, and that's that, and we're just like a negative ball of energy.
Yeah. Like, what is the opposite of rose-colored glasses? Because it's exactly that feeling. Black, dark, cloudy-ass glasses or something, like...
Black, foggy, oily glasses.
Oily, greasy, grimy, dirty glasses. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
Literally, I hate that feeling, bro.
And I struggle with that sometimes because that's the number one way you can trigger me, because I say a lot of self-deprecating things and I'm trying to get out of it, right? It's just like automatic. And so I've done so much training to not do that because I'm the shit. Like, self-deprecating where? Hello?
Yes.
But when I hear other people do that, it is so triggering to me. And I feel like they're trying to get sympathy. They're trying to get you to, it's like I'm ugly today. No, girl, you're not ugly. I don't like how this looks. I don't like how this fits. I really don't like doing this. Oh my God. And it's like, girl, then don't come. Like, are you cool?
They say one bad apple ruins the bunch. So I think that's very true. Like, it's way easier to be sucked into negative energy than to be sucked into positive energy.
Yes.
Like, no matter how positive I am, sometimes that shit is not rubbing off on people.
Yeah.
But the minute I complain about something, someone's so easy to be like, oh, I can connect with that. Like,
and misery loves company. That's exactly why. And it's one thing, because I'm an opinionated girl. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna ruin everybody's fucking day. But there's a big difference between being opinionated and literally killing the vibe.
Yes.
You have to know when and where to share these type of details. Also, maybe having a private complaint about something with somebody in a quiet moment is going to be different than making a huge complaint in front of the group. Like, come on, let's think about this, you know?
Sure.
Don't be that girl.
Practice compartmentalizing. Like, that's such a big thing. Like, it's okay to have a bad day. No one's positive 100% of the time.
Definitely.
But reading the room, reading the tone of the
room.
situation, like, don't be tone deaf.
Yes.
Like, everyone's going through problems. Everyone has hard times. But when you guys are out going to party, going to get lunch, trying to escape the terrible things of the world, like, no one wants to hear about that. Like, no offense.
No one
It
wants
reminds me of
no
our old friend. I'm not gonna say any names. But can you know who I'm talking about? I don't know if you know.
Maybe. I have a few people in mind. Just mouth it. Oh, yeah. I thought about that. Redacted.
Literally.
I thought about that. I mean, that's on some high school shit.
It was, but like, I met a girl that reminded me of her the other day, and I'm like, I'm trying to be cool, but like, I do not want to be around.
What's that
y'all
TikTok?
little
I'm trying to be
friends.
cool, but goddamn.
Man.
Can you shut up?
And then like another thing, I feel like when you're so woe is me, like victim mentality, one, it takes away from your work ethic, and it kind of makes you complacent in where you are. But then you also feel like, how can I say? It's like, I'm getting into like the jealousy aspect of it, where it's like, they can't celebrate your wins almost. It's like they're going through so much turmoil and like whatever that it's like they can't be happy for the little things in your life, regardless of what they have going on. Like, that's so weird to be like your win. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
they
definitely
belittle almost everything. Like, I won't name any people, but there are people who I am still close with who I cannot get away from for lack of, I can't explain the whole thing now, but I feel like no matter what I bring to them, no matter how big the monument it is, they find a way to make me self-conscious
Diminish.
about it. Yes, and belittle the situation. Yeah.
I completely understand what you mean. But I think at the end of the day, agreeing with your point, the biggest lesson to take out of this whole point we're trying to make is everything is not about you. So when it's somebody else's time to shine, or when it's the group's time to enjoy that energy, don't be the one trying to sprinkle in some bullshit.
Like, for real, yeah.
Can you calm down?
Big hater.
Or just go home.
Big hater energy.
Loser.
Boo.
Like, go home, Roger. For real.
For real.
Yeah, that's a big one to me, because you know, I stop hanging out with people as soon as they say, I look ugly in this. Bitch, you do. Fuck. Don't ask.
I'm
don't.
going on to the next one.
And she doesn't even. But your attitude is ugly.
She doesn't, yeah, like, you're a party pooper. Like,
Your attitude is ugly. That's why you look ugly.
yes, I
The
feel
hell?
you. I feel you.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay. For me, and this is huge in my life, in this next chapter of my life right now, is consistent disrespect of boundaries. If I'm telling you something makes me uncomfortable, if I'm repeatedly telling you no, if I'm explaining to you that I need space or I need to make different rules and set different boundaries and achievements for my life so that I can get somewhere mentally, physically, whatever the case may be, please respect that. Like, I don't think it's that hard.
That's the bare minimum.
Yes,
Bare minimum.
it is.
I think when it comes to that, people are just so, sometimes it's really intentional, like they just don't care. But sometimes people are so obtuse, like they just don't understand how you could have a different thought process than them. And if it doesn't align, it's just like confusion. But my thing is like, you don't really have to understand. You just have to know that you love and care about me to some degree. And this is what I'm asking you to do. You don't have to understand everything I'm trying to, you know?
Right.
It's a simple black and white. If I ask you to do this, respectfully, you know, obviously within reason, whatever, why is it a problem? You know, why is it so much back and forth and now, you feel like I'm better than you, or no, other way around. They feel like you're better than them or whatever. And they treat it as such a negative thing when you're trying to, for one, heal, for two, elevate, and for three, get your mind right.
You know, I think a lot of the time hearing the word no is really huge. And people cannot
It be triggering
accept
them.
rejection, even though it's not even a rejection. It's more of
They're seeing it that way.
not right now. Yeah. But
delayed but not denied. Like,
yes.
chill.
For real.
Just relax.
For real. Chill.
Relax. Like, what? But no, I love that point. I completely understand that. Because people act so sometimey, like, just respect me, love me. I respect and love you.
You know, we're so grown now, but if you're young and you're watching this, if somebody is constantly trying to push your boundaries and make you feel uncomfortable, whether it be drugs, whether it be parties, whether it be waking up early and you're not a morning person, it doesn't matter what it is. That person is not your friend. And even if they are your friend, they do not understand the healthy level of respect it takes to maintain a friendship, and you need to watch out for them.
Definitely. And it's not even a fine line, but there is a line between trying to push your friend, getting them to do different things, obviously positive things that will help them grow as a person, or even just good old plain fun. Like, it doesn't have to be so serious. But there is a point, like you said in the beginning, when you start to maybe feel uncomfortable. You start to hold your tongue because you don't want to hear that yap back when you say something about yourself. Like,
or you even end up doing it and you feel almost ashamed because you wouldn't have done it otherwise had somebody not been pushing you or coercing you to do it.
Right.
Like, in general, I'm a very extroverted person. Most of my friends are introverts. Like, I will say I'm like pretty free-spirited wild child, and most of my friends don't do what I do. But will they be next to me while I'm doing it? Sure. But I'm not sitting there like, well, I'm doing, you have to do it. Like, it's okay for you to be the only person doing it or whatever. Respect your friends' boundaries, bro.
You can be your own person. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I promise it'll be fine.
It's okay to do things alone.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Don't be the pushy friend, please.
Or even in a group setting, like, you don't all have to have group think. Like, everybody's going to be on their own path. Everybody has their own personality. Everybody is dealing with their own shit. Everybody has their own life back at home. Just be mindful. If somebody tells you something, listen and respect it. Point blank, period. And that's all there is to it, honestly. That was a good point.
Thanks.
So my next walking red flag is another huge one, because this is a girl I cannot get along with. The boy crazy girl. And boys are cute. Boys are fun. Boys are exciting. Love boys. They're great. Being boy crazy and male centered is not normal.
It's scary.
It's not normal. And one thing about it, a girl like that will always betray you for a man. She's always going to get too close to your damn man, try to get validation from men, try to force you to get validation from men, whether it's your man or other men, trying to force you into weird situations surrounding men. Stay away from me.
I feel you.
Away.
For me, it always gives pick Misha.
Yes.
And they choose the worst times to, like, call you out in front of men on some, I'm better, I'm higher, you know what I mean?
If you...
Like, that shit weird to me. I know what you mean, though. I look, okay, because I feel like there's a difference from being boy crazy and, like, male-centered scary. Like, there's a fine line of, like, scariness to it. Because I've been boy crazy before.
Because
right?
boy crazy
like,
can be fun and flirty.
Yeah, when you're young, right? But when you're grown and you're getting in these situations of, like, pressure or, like, whatever the case may be.
But you can be 35 and the high school mentality comes out. When 2, 3, 4 women go in the club together, and it's like the damn jungle. Why we're not hunting? Like, we're literally chilling.
Yeah.
Where's the competition? Why is there an issue? Like, I'm just living my truth.
Yeah,
it ain't my fault somebody came up to me. Now you're trying to throw weird shots and be weird and say weird stuff. Like, I won't beat you up. I can't. Like, but the biggest thing to me is, like, obviously playing your role, do what you got to do, whatever. If you're single, you want to talk to boys, I'm chilling. Like, that don't have shit to do with me. If I'm single, I'm going to talk to boys. It is what it is. Like, enjoy your time. If we like the same boy, we're both going to talk to him. Like, it's not going to be no drama because it's not that serious in the club.
It really isn't.
And they be choosing
over a
anyway.
random nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Hello.
But when it gets into, like, the dangerous situations, that's where it's like, bro, what are we doing? Like,
I feel like you were not raised right if you operate like that, especially when it comes to other women that are supposedly close to you. It's like, if this was a group of strangers, like, by all means, kill a bitch. I don't care. But it's like, these are your homegirls. girls when really you're jealous of them. You want to publicly humiliate them, which is literally the worst thing you could do to anybody. It's just like, I need you to calm down.
It's unnecessary for a man. I'm sorry, be so for real right now. Like, men are a dime a dozen. Like, no offense, like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are good men out there, and you hear that's a good man, Savannah. But like, a man in the club that you don't even know,
It's
you
sisters
switch
before
up.
misters, bro. Especially
Like,
we came here together.
don't get me on that out of town bullshit too, bro.
I
People
will.
be tripping.
Yeah.
That shit is dangerous as
Oh, out of town, yes.
male attention. I would never go out of town with a female. That I
But
know
male
is
attention
like
is like a hell of a drug to some of these women. And I don't know if it's because they don't get it,
attention,
or is it because they think that's the only way that they can be seen as like desirable or whatever. So they try to get as much of it as possible from as many people as possible. But
I mean, clout is a drug in general, so
that's very true.
on some, like, it don't even gotta be male centeredness, even though male centeredness is disgusting and dirty. But on some pick me shit, like, it don't matter if you're just trying to be a pick me in front of men or women. Like, that shit just weird in general. Why are you trying to throw your friend under the bus to look cool? Like, that's weird as fuck, because birds of a feather flock together. So if your friend lame as hell, then you lame as hell. If your friend dirty, then you dirty too, bitch. Like, what did you even talk about?
That's basic math.
What the
Why? Oh, it's a
Oh,
firefly.
okay. I'm still scared.
I'm still scared too. Why was it coming to my face?
Get out of here. Skedaddle.
Wait, I haven't seen a firefly in
I
so
haven't
long.
either. I think they're going extinct too.
Oh my god.
Okay, you can chill up there, buddy.
Don't come back down here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what was we just talking about?
Manipulation or one-sidedness when this person only comes around when they need something or they need a favor or like,
Just lose my number.
yeah. Like, what are we even doing? Like, it feels almost like a job to be their
Yes,
friend as opposed to like a mutually beneficial relationship.
Right.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I feel like there are friends that, you only see them during certain settings or whatever. But like, to always feel like the world revolves around them and you're kind of like a side character in their life is kind of strange. Like, you guys should both be the main characters connecting or switching, I guess. Like, it's okay to switch sometimes.
Again, like, not everything is about you. It's just a lack of consideration. And you're absolutely right. Like, friendships have different dynamics, whatever the case, but it needs to be mutual. So if you're doing all this to me, reaching out, whatever, for your drama and trauma dumping and whatever you're doing, I should be able to do the exact same to you. So when I make that call and you don't pick up, that makes me feel some type of way. Because you call me in the middle of the night, I'm picking up, what's going on? My man, But if I call you, man, I had a stressful day. Well, let me tell you about my day because it was worse and da-da-da.
Crazy.
Like, I know a couple bitches like that. Don't call me, mama. Matter of fact, blocked. I can't do the negative energy, but even when it's positive energy, when they only want to talk about the good things with them, they don't acknowledge the things with you, or when you actually try to hang with them, kick it with them, it's very dismissive. Like, it's very one-sided, like you said. Yeah. And I feel like you can feel that energetic gap. Like, if you think you feel that, you do.
Yes, intuition is everything, y'all, especially for women. And don't get me wrong, there's gonna be those friends that are going through rough patches or just busy with life in general. Like, there's a difference and you'll know the difference, And even if you don't, that's a conversation that can be talked about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some people, they just need their space or whatever the case may be. I feel like a lot of the time when I was away and stuff, I had different times where I would reach out more or whatever and whatnot, but they always understood. That's one thing that I love about my friends. They always gave me the grace to like be who I am authentically and like understand that I may not be there physically, but I'll show up when I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just really important to know who you're dealing with and to actually have that relationship. People go through phases, people go through stages where they're going to be really needy. They need a lot from you, but at the end of the day, it is your choice to give that to them if you want to, if you have the capacity to. You cannot kill yourself or anybody else because you're not going to be worth a damn to anybody like that, right? So it's such a matter of understanding yourself and understanding how much you're willing to pour in somebody else's cup and understanding the dynamic you have with that person. If push came to shove, are they dropping everything to do that for you, right? It might not be in this exact moment. It could be 5 years down the line, but that trust shouldn't shake. Like, okay, I know this person has me because they know that I have them. Period. Yeah. This episode could be 2 hours long. It's a lot of stuff I could talk about.
It is.
I'm gonna have to delete everybody's name out of this that I start mentioning. But moving on, this is actually my last point, so I don't know how many more you have, but I thought this was a good one to kind of tie things together.
Okay.
So everything that we already talked about, again, the main points: respect, boundaries, everything's not about you, right? Like, just move a little more gracefully, you know? Along with that comes knowing how to act. Do not be the girl that doesn't know how to act. Please.
Oh my God.
Please. That goes with the public humiliation, the public embarrassment. This is not a humiliation ritual.
At all.
And it's one thing, like, be yourself always. Dress like yourself always. Do you always. But there's a difference from being at a barbecue and being at a banquet.
Yes.
Please. Relax.
Yes. Like, I can't with the horrid behavior, bro. Like, heavy on the whore sometimes, you know? But, like, just act accordingly.
Accordingly.
It's okay to be multifaceted. It's not fake if you code switch in certain situations either, y'all. I promise you. Like, sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason we got club attire on at the park. Like, there are children here.
It's no reason
Like,
you have on a club dress at the beach.
At the grocery store.
It's no reason I invite you to a church event and you're twerking.
I don't even want to talk about
There's
this.
no reason I invite you to my parents' house and you're cussing.
Oh my goodness, that's
I cuss
such
like a sailor.
huge-
I be having to click my
Okay.
mouth shut. I be keeping it cute. I'm gonna laugh, dance, have fun with everybody, but I'm not gonna cuss in front of your granny. Hello?
Hello. And speaking of hello, speak to my parents when you walk into my crib.
Not raised right.
Oh
Not
my
raised right.
goodness.
Hi,
Oh
how are
my
you?
goodness.
That's it. They're saying, oh, I'm good. Oh, how's school? It's good. And it's done. That's it.
Like
5
please?
seconds. That was it.
Oh my god, don't even, and it's gonna piss me
Girl,
off.
I'm gonna
friend.
start naming people. We got Keisha, LaQuanda, Monique.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
Inez and Alicia.
Nah, bro,
okay?
that's the quickest way to get cut, bro. If you walk into my crib, bro, you don't say hi to my people. It's snip. Cut them off immediately, bro.
Yeah.
They have
If they
no
offer
decorum.
you food, you don't have to make a whole plate. Just try a little bit. Oh, thank you. This is so good. Just be
Even if you don't like
not
it.
raised right. Yeah, just
Subtle.
not raised right.
Subtle.
But
Right.
even still, like, with all of that, that's more day-to-day things. But when you get together with your girls, you go clubbing, whatever, sweetie,
God.
so we're not going to get in the club if you're wearing sweats, right? Like, so you knew this is where we're going because we told you, right?
Right.
So let's act accordingly,
Period.
right?
For me, I don't like when people be fanned out. Like
Act like
I'm
you
the
been
celebrity.
somewhere.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you know who we are when we walk in the club, bro. So like, don't do too much if you see a nigga. Even I don't care if it's fucking Chris Brown. I don't give a fuck who it is.
Yeah, don't be thirsty.
Like, please, it's so embarrassing.
I always have a drink.
And I promise you, you're never gonna get invited ever again. Especially not by Chris.
Being fanned out, being overly sloppy, drunk, crazy, nuts coming out your
my.
shoes and your clothes.
Girl, why did we invite this girl to this party with us? And
3 thumbs
she
down.
Fell down the stairs. Mind you, this was my friend's coworker.
I would have blocked her on the spot.
I never had her number to begin with. Shit, I felt so bad. You know how you see somebody head get hit and you like, I know they can cuss. Bro, they let her take a nap after that, bro. I was like,
God.
please make
Call
sure
the
this
paramedics.
is alive. Her family came to pick her up. I felt so bad. Oh my. She was a little younger, but like, she's, you know, I gave her grace because, you know, she was younger. Been there, you know, whatever. Maybe
I ain't
not-
never been there.
Maybe not falling down the stairs.
I ain't never hit my head on the ground
She dragged.
in my life.
Mind you, when she fell, her friends with her, she dragged her friend down the stairs with her. They both hit their head. Oh,
Humiliation ritual.
oh. We ain't never invite her out again.
Oh my God. That would be my 13th reason. Not even if I was the girl falling, if I was one that she dragged down. Cause now I gotta be outside with a goofy bitch. And then I fell too?
Now we both in pain.
Aggravation. Like,
No, bro.
immediately. Know how to act, okay? Conduct yourself. If you can't walk in heels, don't wear heels. You can wear cute platforms. Like, I don't want to see you out here
Bro, dead
wobbling.
For sure.
Like-
Like, you could be cute, bro. Don't do too much.
And one thing about us, we're not going to tell you what to wear, but we're going to tell you the dress code.
Yeah.
Your own style. Do what you got to do. It's going to be cute. I trust you. But we're dressing up tonight, or we're going classy cute, or we're doing sexy tonight. Whatever. Follow the fucking dress code.
Period. This actually, like, is going back to whether or not you feel comfortable talking to your friend or not. If you cannot tell your friend these things, like, bitch, we have a dress code, follow dress code.
Yeah.
Or if she comes and she didn't follow dress code and you can't call her out on that shit, even if it's on some jokey, like, bitch, why
Yeah.
you have to be different? Like, whatever type shit. If you don't feel comfortable saying this stuff to your friends, bro, they're not your friends. That's
Yeah.
not your homie, bro.
It's
Like,
not. It's not.
It's not. Yeah.
I hate that for me. Well, I don't have no friends like that no more, so I hate that for some of y'all, I will say.
Yeah, but it's a really uncomfortable feeling. Sometimes it's hard to address friends accordingly. Like, if you are feeling like you can't talk to them about certain things, I've been trying to figure out different ways and different methods to, you know, be able to be vulnerable and open with my friends without causing so much friction, but even understanding that even if there is friction, it's not the end of the world, as long as they're receptive to the original message.
Right.
But other than that, I mean, I have been having a hard time trying to figure out how to navigate situations like this. Do you have any suggestions?
So, I mean, I think it heavily depends on the situation and the person that you're talking to. You kind of have to know your target. Like, if you know saying XYZ is going to be inflammatory to this person, try to rethink how you're going to approach it. If they still blow up, that shit is not on you, right? Like, they shouldn't be blowing up anyway, because obviously you're not going to be treating them like that. That's on them. That's nothing that you did wrong. They're just a mad ass bitch for some reason. But it's just all about mutual respect. I should be able to come to you, hey, you know, I feel like you're really kind of draining some of my energy when you keep telling me about, like, your relationship issues. Like, I care about you. I want your relationship to work. But it's feeling toxic to me. And I don't want to tell you what to do in your relationship. So I just prefer you just, you know, leave me out of it, right? I don't want to be a part of that. Love you down. I just don't want to be a part of that, right? There's like one of two ways that can go. It's like, you know, I really respect that. Love you. Let's just talk about something else. Or it's an issue. I've been there for you for this. Like, you can't return the favor, or, you know, you're one of the closest people in my life. You're abandoning me. It's just like a manipulation tactic, which it might be true to them, but you have to understand the overarching truth of the situation.
Right.
It's like, this is not
The reality
okay.
of the situation is what I've been calling it, for sure.
It's not okay. You know, it's not okay for you to feel in such a negative way.
Right.
You know.
But, you know, I try to pride myself in, like, saying that I'm okay and open with my friends. Like, I try to be receptive as to what they're saying, but I recently lost a friend who I thought was going to be a close friend for life, and they expressed to me how they, you know, were feeling how I was, like, being self-centered and distant and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I tried to validate their feelings, but at the same time, a lot of their points were invalid. Like, I pointed out the reality of the situation, and then they were not receptive. So at that point, I felt like they were trying to argue. And, you know, I don't know, like, I kind of just blocked. Like, my blocking finger, I've been blocking real, okay? Trigger happy
And
on
tuck.
the blocking.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm trying not to be that way. I wonder if I, like, need to go to therapy or something. Because when I tell you, after that situation, it kind of just trajected me into, like, even if at the slightest inconvenience, I'm like, I don't care. I don't even want to deal with that. But, you know, that's just the capacity that I have to handle with situations like that right now.
Right. And I don't think you're wrong for that because, I mean, you mentioned a couple things. Like, she brought up her issue. Hey, I feel like you're being distant, not a good friend, whatever the case. You gave your rebuttal kind of explaining why, right? Like, actually explaining your side of things. But this person, they don't have to agree with you. They don't have to accept what you're saying, right? But at the end of the day, they don't know the full story, which is why you're trying to provide that. Now you know the full story too because she just told you how she felt. So now everybody has shared. If you're still so stuck in your mind on how you felt, you can't get past that. You can't try to accept new information because you already like the old information that you thought you had. That's on you. I can't do anything else with that. We can talk about it. We might cry about it. We might even argue about it, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to defend myself. The only thing I'm going to tell you is my truth. And that's it. Accept it or don't.
Period.
You know?
Straight like that. I like that.
Was what it was, and it is what it is.
Period.
Honestly.
At the end of the day,
the day gotta end. The day gotta end, okay? That was such a great lesson today.
It was.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of experience with some of these weirdo individuals. So
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. We could talk about this for days and days and days. Let us know if you want another video highlighting some red flags when it comes to friendships, but I think we're gonna do relationships next.
Oh, for sure.
That's gonna be a little spicy, okay? Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. For now, that's the bell.
We gotta get up out of here, y'all. We will see y'all in the next class.
Like and subscribe for more.
Bye.
Yap you.
Yap you. Yap you.